A very warm welcome to you wherever you are watching from around the world to one of the most well-known cities in the world, Sydney here in Australia. It's the next stop on the HSBC BWF World Tour season for 2024, the 16th event, in fact, which means we're well over the halfway point, and it is the premier badminton tournament in Australia. It's a Super 500 event, and it is this is the BWF World Tour Finals trophy brought up by Cindy Chong, who's an international exchange student and a former junior elite player. That's the trophy, that's what it's all about this season. Also, you can only get it if you're at the invite-only World Tour Finals at the end of the year. Plenty of badminton to get through before we get to that. It all starts right here. It's day 3 of the tournament, the Australian Open, which means round of 16 action. Starting off with the women's singles, the number 8 seed, Aakarshi Kashyap from India, taking on Bernice Teoh from Australia. That'll be followed by the mixed doubles, another Australian pair, Jordan Yang and Sini Chonadi, taking on the Singaporean mixed doubles couple, Terry He and Jessica Tan, the number 3 seeds. Men's singles after that, and this tie could be plucked out of pretty much anywhere on the tour. Chico Orodwiwodoyo from Indonesia, taking on Li Chia-hao from Chinese Taipei. That'll be followed by the mixed doubles, Reginald Lee and Ng Si Yao, been doing very well recently. Number 6 seeds taking on the Malaysian pair of Roy King and Valerie Xiao. Sticking with the doubles, women's doubles after that, one of the highest seeds from Hong Kong, the number 3 seeds, Yung Na Ting and Yung Pui Lam, taking on Sylvina Kurniawan and Poon Lok Yan from Australia. And as we move through the day, Kenta Nishimoto's in town. He's the number 7 seed here this week, taking on Kieran George from India. That'll be followed by the men's doubles, and it's Kuo Ting Yan and Lee Jae-sun taking on, well, the daddies, Mohammad Hassan and Hendra Setuan, still flying well at 39. Then the number 2 seeds here this week. And before we conclude our coverage on Court 2 on day 3 with the men's singles, Kantafong Wangcharion from Thailand taking on Konai Narioka, the number 2 seed. So looking at the women's singles draw, and everyone fighting for those quarterfinal berths. The winner of the match you're about to watch will face Payupo or Karupatevan Lachana from Malaysia. This is section 1 of the draw, and in this section, down at the bottom half of it, Esther Wardoyo has been making headlines recently. She's up against Malvika Bansal. The winner of that match will play Kowang Davey or Lauren Lam from the US. So about ready now for the players to enter the arena.
Please welcome to court 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is the women's singles match. Aakarshi Kashyap from India.
So Aakarshi Kashyap, 22-year-old, silver medalist at the Commonwealth Games 2022.
From Australia,
and very talented Bernice Teoh, multi-discipline player, women's singles, women's doubles and mixed doubles, but definitely women's singles is her highest ranking of 130 in the world. But a great opportunity this week for some of Australia's homegrown talents to show their worth. Most of them have been promoted from the reserves because, of course, it is right before the Olympics, and so a lot of players from all 5 disciplines have withdrawn from this tournament in favor of their personal training towards that big event in Paris in, well, next month now. So unsurprisingly, first meeting between these 2 players. That looks like Chiaki Miyazaki from Japan with the coin toss, which means she'll be in the umpire's chair. And as I said, great platform for younger players and some players that don't usually make the main draw, and big stars on the International Challenge Series to really shine here in Australia this week. So Aakarshi Kashyap, 22 years old, as I said, from Chhattisgarh in India, ranked 41, has been as high as 32 in the Worlds. That was back in December of 2022. As I said, Commonwealth Games silver medalist in that year, 2022. Also a bronze medalist at the Badminton Asia Mixed Team Championships in Dubai. That was last year. And also a gold medalist at the South Asian Games back in 2019. but still very much at the start of her career. And this year, it's just been the Uganda International that she won. That was her tournament result, getting to this round 2 match. Polina Burova, 21-14, 21-11, 36 minutes. Comprehensive run out for Aakarshi. She's going to be hoping for a good run to get deep in the tournament this week. Of course, day 3 today, which means quarterfinals tomorrow and then finals weekend, Saturday semi-finals, Sunday finals. And there is Bernice Teoh, 20 years old, born in Penang. Now, there's a lot of singles players. In fact, there's a lot of badminton players that started their career in Malaysia, were born there, and then moved away. So currently ranked 130th, has been a little bit higher than that at 119. She made this year the quarterfinals of the Oceania Championships. And that was her first result from the qualifiers. Yulin Zhang, her compatriots from Australia, 21-15, 21-13. So both players haven't dropped a game yet. And as you well know, that has to change right here. And there, as suspected, Chiaki Miyazaki in the big chair. And she's joined by Liu Su-yuan from Australia. It's just past noon here. Slightly cooler conditions, of course, for these players from the last couple of events. That was Singapore and Indonesia. So slower conditions, the denser air. First court in action, court 1, but I can tell you the other 3 courts here at this wonderful Key Centre will be starting up, kicking into life within the next 10-15 minutes. Lots of matches to get through today at this stage of any tournament on the HSBC BWF World Tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Aakarshi Kashyap, India. And on my left, Teoh, Australia.
So Bernice gets us underway. The height of serve. So Kashyap definitely the favourite for this match. Was out the second round last year. Tournament that was won, of course, by Beiwen Zhang in the end from the US in the women's singles. A nice little drop shot into front courts on the left side. So many great players coming out of India right now. In fact, for over the last 5 years, really. Ashmita Chaliha, Anupama Upadhyaya, both of which I can tell you now that Kashyap has beaten in finals. She's picked up 4 titles on the International Challenge Series, the Kenya International, Maldives, Bangladesh, and then the Uganda International just this year. Great structure of progress for young players. BWF has set up the International Challenge Series in Super 100, Super 300, Super 500, 750, and of course Super 1000, which was just last week at the Indonesia Open.
1, 2.
So first point for Bernice. No Akane Yamaguchi this week. It was a late withdrawal. And of the seeds, only Yvonne Lee was ousted in the first round. It's Ayafori, Ayu Po, Sun Shoyun, Chimadani, Esther Ordoyo, and number 8, Aakarshi Kashyap. Still in the mix. So 3-1. The Swede at the back.
4-1. Please welcome the technical officials for court 2. 5-1.
Some great start for Kashyap here. You just see in the background. That's court 2 starting into life. That will in fact be one of the other matches in this section of the draw. Someone Teoh from Indonesia taking on Lauren Lam. A little bit nervous from Bernice Teoh in terms of footwork. Of course, this is a big stage for her to be firing from, but that can make all the difference. A couple of extra steps. To be efficient in the movement. I think in women's singles right now, of course, world number 1, An Se-young, is just a complete mover in terms of footwork and getting around court efficiently. One of the reasons, of course, why she has dominated this division. So 7-3, Kashyap with no significant problems so far. Bernice right now just trying to keep pace with the rallies. Kashyap not really having to move into a second or third gear, just easily keeping pace here. That's a wonderful return though from Bernice. Shot from Kashyap, just dipping into front court and again. Well, she was working the forehand, so backhand side, sorry, and then switches. Nice hit line on the other side. Looks like that drift may just be blowing from behind her. So she's playing on the most, right now, on the slightly less better side of the court. Again, wonderful front court, mid court play by Kashyap, who's pushing up here. That's out. Frustrating for Bernice. Well, this is the 33rd Australian Open. It's actually the 4th Super 500 of the year after the Indonesia Masters, the Thailand Open and the Malaysia Masters. And there's always good competition at this level. So the break, 11-5. back on court for the conclusion of game one. And as I said, no significant problems right now for Kashyap. 11-5 up. Wonderful shot. Look at the way she cut that. Great use of angles so far from the Indian player. And again, wonderful shot. She's really been getting some good rewards from that front court right side as we see it. Deep serve, trying to catch Bernice out. She was quick to it. Again, there's that footwork, just extra step taken. And she's just a little bit too late. Just there, you can see it. She's a little bit late to the shuttle, and of course that really acute angle. That's the one. Again, if it works, hammering at it, 10 points ahead now, and most of those lead points have come from this harvesting, I should say, of front court right side. Backhand side for Bernice. Now using the other angle. That's a great example of footwork. And Kashyap is covering the court very well. That was a good idea, though, from Bernice. The angles. That one, in the end, drops in. 16-5. That's just been pushed a little bit too wide. Well, this first game might be beyond the way these points have been evolving, but serve back. Interesting bounce off the net. That's much better from Bernice. She's really stretching it. But look at Kashyap, wow. Well, I think that's probably the most developed rally that we've seen in this first game, and good to see Teoh upping the pace a little. That's a mistake from Kashyap. That's benefited Teoh. See what she can do here. A lot of Australian homegrown players in the draws. And it would be wonderful if one of them, or a pair, could make a run into the weekend. So 33rd Australian Open. There's winners in the past. The last Australian winner was back in 2006, Huang Xiaoqi. as a Taipei national player and represented New Zealand and Australia. Was the last winner in women's singles anyway. Ah, this is interesting. Kashyap is now slightly rushing things, and that's let Teoh back into this first game. Kill at the front didn't work. Big smile. But this might turn the other way if she doesn't get back on track. It's also been coupled with some higher intensity play from Bernice Teoh. That's gone wide. Now, just 4 points back. Remember, it's 15-5. So this has been quite the comeback. Straight to the body, if in trouble. Facing a bit of a point run. It's always a good option. Very awkward to return. But well done, Bernice Teoh. That was a good run. That's gone wide. And now there's that psychological pressure of 18-12 on the scoreline. Facing Bernice Teoh. Oh, she's certainly giving it a lot more now. Teoh. At the start of this game, it was really about just replying the rallies, trying to keep pace. I think her coaches are going to be a little bit more happy with her output these last 6 or 7 points. A little bit more attacking, a little bit more incisive, and causing a few more problems. Mistakes at the net now. A little bit more frequent for Aakarshi Kashyap. That was tyrannical. Mid-court. So, 6 game points. Almost. That did actually look like it was suspiciously drifting out, but still, Kashyap plays it. Again, just losing a touch at the net. Teoh creeps back up. Well, it has been a fantastic run from 15-5 to 2016. Certainly been winning the lion's share of the points, whether it's through mistakes, errors, or winners. I'll give for a lot of confidence for the second game, because the first game has just gone Kashyap's way, 21-16.
21-16. 11 all. Thank you, London.
So back on court for game 2, change of ends, of course, and we'll get a better understanding which is the better side.
Second game. Level.
Based on Kashyap being on the other side now. Just a touch in by Bernice. Kick off the second game.
15-11.
The quality of the winners on the flanks down the line that is another one of the weapons for Kashyap. Of course, the major primary weapon for her is that drop into front court, which I'm sure we'll be seeing more of. Return Bernice, and that's what she needs to do a bit more of.
9-10.
Straight on the line, laser targeted.
16-12.
Interesting story for Aakarshi Kashyap. She actually we started playing it 2009 under Sanjay Mishra at the Ravi Shankar Stadium in Durg, and she actually used to train by herself and get some of the other local players to play 3 against 1. That's one way to get your court coverage up to speed, I guess.
16.
5 years or 6 years of that, and then she was representing India at the Badminton Asia under-15, under-17 Junior Championships. Managed to pick up a bronze medal there. Good solid pedigree of badminton, but wasn't actually born of badminton parents.
14-16.
In fact, her dad was a dermatologist. A different career path for her, but she's stuck with the badminton, and you really do have to start at an early age if you're going to start getting up to the level of playing on senior tours and the HSBC BWF World Tour as well.
17-14.
That's a nice drop in by Bernice Teoh, and she's using that front court a lot more now. And it's being reflected on the scoreline much closer here in the second game. Does look like there's a negligible drift, and it is looking like it's blowing from the bottom of your screen up.
Play. Service over. 15.
Great net shot by Bernice. Kashyap equal to it this time. That's gone wide.
Serve 4-5.
Play.
Beautifully dropped into backcourt by Kashyap.
Service over. 19. 15.
6-4.
Nice setup. That's pushed long. A look to the skies for Teoh.
7-4.
Service over. 16.
She's kept her head well, Bernice. Has been these patches of frustration, but at 20 years old, it's another part of the game that's to get control of, which is when things aren't going your way. No, it's the first challenge coming. Actually looked a valid call as well, pretty close. There are so many things you need to get on top of in the early part of your career in badminton. It's not just about skills, it's not just about shots, and that is in, very much so. And it's also about court craft, it's about managing your mental state as you move through the game. And of course, dealing with winning just as much as you deal with loss. Just keeping your eye focused on your progress. To play the clearing pattern, Kashyap. That's beautiful, that's in. It really is.
9-4.
To hit 9-4.
First game won by Aakarshi Kashyap, 21-17.
Got that serve, too much juice on the return.
10-4.
Wonderful return. Certainly got the eye for it.
5-10.
Smart play, anticipated by Kashyap. She was always in a little bit of a bad position by taking that late. Did look like it was shading on the out. Kashyap thought better to return that and be safe.
Second game, level.
Comes back too high. She's in just the right position to finish that into the corner.
7-10.
A little bit slow to start off in the first game, but now seems to be
1 love.
far more warmed up. Teoh. It's an ambitious clear from that position. Trying to keep it very flat over the net, but the backhand grip just too low. Connected as it hit the floor, and she gets the second mid-game interval lead as well, 11-8.
Service over, 3-1.
Put on 20 seconds. Put on 20 seconds.
First game won by Sudirman, 51-12. 4-1.
11, 8. Play.
So this is it, lunchtime for Kaichi Bernice Teoh. Started that point much faster.
12, 8. Service over. 9, 12.
5-2.
Again, look at the quality of those cross-court winners. They've got Bernice Teoh trying to up the ante and execute some faster rallies, but then Kashyap is just cutting these rallies off at the knees with winners like that.
Service over. 13-9.
Nice pick up.
Over, 3-6.
Good position, right place at the right time for Kashyap. Was
Service over.
lucky for Teoh.
13.
But she'll take any point she can get right now. Again, there's that winner. This time straight down the line.
Service over. 14-10.
This time, doesn't catch that slight breeze. And it's just edged out. So, Teoh still in with a chance here. Of course, it's a long way back from this position. Overturn this three-point deficit, win this game, take it to a third. It's lovely from Kashyap. Again, right place at the right time, anticipating the attack a little bit better now, not being caught out so much, especially at the net. Oh, that was was another wonderful piece of anticipation. Came in just a touch at the net, almost a block, but got the right angle on it. Just tips it in to the opposing side. 16-11. This now looking dangerous for Bernice Teoh. Again, wonderful waiting on that shot. 17-11. She's running away with this. Again, fantastic shot. And
18-11.
it's just again getting Teoh doing all the running.
Venice, pass the shuttle.
Back and forth, vertical this time. Well, she's staring down the barrel, the 20-year-old. It's definitely going to go wide.
Serves over. 12-18.
Oh, that's wonderful from Teoh.
13-18.
Well, all that running means that she's looking a little bit out of breath. But a quality shot like that is almost unplayable. Smart play from Teoh. She's pegging Kashyap on the back line. And went for the acute drop, and
Serves over.
fortunately didn't really get a hold on that.
13.
So Kashyap 2 points away from the quarterfinals. It's either going to be Payu Po or Shana from Malaysia. And it's a miss hit to give 7
20.
match points to Kashyap.
13.
So, as that goes wide, it's a 35-minute win for Aakarshi Kashyap, who's through to the quarterfinals. 21-13 in the second. But impressive stuff from Bernice Teoh. Was a little bit slow at the start of game one, but has really picked up her game. Just that consistency of making sure the quality shots that we did see from her come out a little bit more frequently. There is the confirmation, 21-16, 21-13, 35 minutes. Kashyap through to the quarterfinals. So continuing on here on court 1. And it's the mixed doubles up next. John Yang and Sydney Chonadi taking on Terry He and Jessica Tan from Singapore.